Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome. Today I've decided to bring back the popular theme to pick a card, erotic messages from your person. Here we have 4 beautiful images in front of you. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to pick one. Go with the one that really, pulls you in. That is usually your pile. If you want to choose more than one pile for separate people, please, do so. But I'm going to start that timer now. So choose the one that pulls you in. Okay, so if you picked pile 1, image 1, sorry. Before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. I am offering private readings. Check the description box. It's the first link. That will take you right to kind of where you can book with me. Also, if you'd like to see more readings from me, if once a week is not good enough for you, or you want to see me do different types of readings, because I definitely tackle different types of readings, not just pick a cards. Also check the Patreon link. It's the second link down in my description box. Okay, so let's get to your reading. Let's find out what erotic messages want to be channeled forth to you from your person in this reading. Now we have 4 decks. We're going to go very slowly. Let's go with this one. These are my favorite. Let's go with these ones first. Let's channel messages from pile 1's person without any filter, no ego, no filter, no ego, no apprehension, their highest self. What would they say to pile 1? What would they say to pile 1 if they could say anything they wanted to from their heart without any filter and any ego? What would they say? We're going to go with 3 from this pile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next pile, let's go with this one. We are channeling erotic messages or messages period from pile 1's person. What would they say to them through this reading if they could say anything without any filter, any ego, or any fear? Okay, let's just read these first and then we'll get into the other ones. I feel like I can't give you what you need. So there could be a little bit of a struggle here. If your person is treating you indifferently, or you feel like your person's ignoring you, if there are any people out there who feel like their person is not being authentically real with them or pulling back, one thing you need to understand about people is that, and if this is a man especially that you're inquiring about, when they feel like they can't give you what you need, or they feel to some degree like you could be a little bit better than them, or, higher caliber, maybe on a pedestal in their mind, they will pull back if they feel like they can't give you what you need. Because with men, I'll tell you, innately, doesn't matter what kind of walk of life they're from, okay? And I'm talking about, it could be even a person who's, not that financially stable. They have this innate feeling to want to protect and want to provide. So there's something along the line here where this person feels like they can't give you what you need. And I don't know if that's finances. I mean, we could draw more cards. It could be financially, it could be mentally, it could be emotionally. I feel like there's some sort of pullback. And if you're experiencing certain actions from this person that you can't make sense of, this could very well be a reason. Because I'm telling you, for a fact, with men, when they feel like someone is maybe over their head, or they've made this person into a pedestal in their mind, and they don't feel like they equal up, this is how they will treat you. I feel like I ruined everything. So this person has a lot of guilt, okay? A lot of guilt on their heart with respect to you. I feel like they look at themselves as the bad guy. Now you're probably watching and saying, well, good, that's how you should feel. Whatever that may be, that's what the person feels like. It's everything's wrong with them and maybe nothing to do with you, because I feel like I ruined everything. This is a lot of blame. And you wouldn't feel like this unless you felt very strongly for somebody. You wouldn't care if you even ruined anything. This person has deep feelings for you. Destiny is taking us down different paths. So this person, I feel like, feels like the things are really over. You know, we will get into other types of cards, which are sexually, and then we have these beautiful cards as well. So just hold on. But I feel like this person feels like it's over, or it's kind of not going the way they wanted it to. Destiny is taking us down different paths. Maybe they also feel to some degree like whatever they did to you, like there's no coming back from it. Maybe you've expressed yourself with respect to what they've done, and they don't feel like there's a comeback with this. But I feel like there's a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, regret. And I feel like if they could have a chance to kind of rewind time, they would have changed things. I think this person also has a lot of issues, to be honest, you know, with respect to themselves. Low self-esteem here, I feel like. I want to feel that way again. So whatever you experienced together, whether it been some really interesting connection or whether it was like sexual relations, they think about wanting to feel it again. It's haunting them. I think whoever picked this, if you're wanting your person, let's say you were dating somebody or you met somebody and you're hurt from it, you know, and you're hoping that person is, you know, feeling something, they are. And I would say with this pile too, if your person is kind of going off on social media or pretending to be like, you know, living their best life, these cards are not coming forth like that, okay? This person is reeling. But they think a lot about like the connection they had with you, like what you provided, you know, what you brought to the table. Like they've probably never experienced that before. But this could also definitely, you know, very well be, you know, sexual relations, 100%. I think you made them feel like, it's like, I feel like I'm young. Like, I feel like young little teenagers, like in love. Like this is not something that comes along very often. This is something that's rare. And whatever they experienced with you felt like a soul connection or a high level soulmate. This is not coming across as some sort of like booty call or a fling. This is like real feelings. This person felt immensely for you. But there's just something I feel like going on with them. And I don't know if it's like a low self-esteem issue. I don't know what this is. I know I messed up everything. Like, what are the chances? What are the chances you're gonna get 2 messages like that? This person is putting a lot of regret on themselves. A lot of regret. They messed up everything. I don't know if they were ready for you. I feel like there's to some degree here, not being ready for this connection. Maybe you felt like you were, you know, especially if you are a woman watching, which you most likely will be. You know, as divine feminines and divine counterparts of the masculine, we more go with our heart. We more go towards energy. We more have faith, you know, in those types of things. So I think this person is just somehow not ready or was not ready for you or the connection that you guys shared. Because what are the chances that you're getting 2 cards like that? I remember every detail of that day. So this person's going on and on about like what you guys shared. They're feeling 2 things mainly. Regret, but like there's some sort of solace that this person gets provided with when they think about you and what you shared. Now, this is a very big deal when we talk about I remember every detail of that day. When somebody's remembering details of a day, there's some joy in that, okay? I've done this before with people, mainly my that high-level soulmate that I always talk about. If you've been on this channel, you know who I'm talking about. I think about everything because everything was so like different. It was like something I never experienced before, and it was like so romantic, and every little thing was so unique. It was almost like I felt like I was in a romantic film or something. I feel like this person thinks about every detail of the moment with you, you know, whether it be the smallest thing. It provides them solace, I'm telling you. You have a broken-hearted person here. This person's broken-hearted. And I'm not saying that they're right because they're obviously coming through this reading saying that they've messed up. So they definitely did things. But I don't know that I feel like it's so much in a bad intent or like actively trying to hurt you. I feel like this person just was not ready. There's something about not being ready for this connection. Okay, let's find out how what erotic messages want to come forth from this person to you. Let's channel messages from this person. Oh goodness, you're gonna mess up all my cards. Without any fear, without any ego. What does this person want to say to pile 1? Without any fear, ego, filter. What would they say if they could? Let's draw 3. And these ones will provide more of maybe the sexual aspect of the relationship. But you have a person here who is really kicking themselves about how they acted towards you. You were like a once in a lifetime thing and they didn't treat it accordingly. Absolutely not. Okay, let's find out. Let's pick 3. Six of Pentacles. I don't know if this is a work situation. It could be. Could be a work situation. But I feel like she's all alone. I feel like I want to say I'm sorry for leaving you all alone. I feel sad for letting you kind of handle this all on your own. You know, I feel like there's something that this person could have provided by sharing maybe their emotions with you, something along those lines. But I feel like there's a lot of regret. And if you see in the background here, this guy is popping up in the background. He wants to come forth, but I don't know. There's something that's holding him back. Now, we have the breasts here really exposed. I think this person thinks a lot about your breasts, okay? But not just your breasts. This could just be also as well. How do I say this? How do I say this? There's something with food involved here. You feel like, to me, like luscious, like that apple is just like wanting to eat the apple. I don't know if there's a temptation here. I don't know if this was a forbidden love. I don't know if this was something along the lines where it's like, you know, if I kind of dabble in this, I'm kind of, I don't know, testing the waters or putting myself in jeopardy somehow. So I don't know with the Six of Pentacles, if it was surrounded work. It might not be. But if it was surrounded work, that I could definitely understand that. But this person could have been also taken. So I don't know. Those apples there make me feel like some forbidden fruit, you know, like temptation. There's another, okay, Ace of Swords here. Oh, wow. Okay, so if there are some people who are here who have experienced this person sexually, this person thinks a lot about like what you brought to the table. You could have been very, very intriguing and willing to do different things. But if it's not that, because I mean, she's tying him up, right? So like he's all down for that, right? So it could have been something that you've done that was kind of outside of the box that like he thinks a lot about, or this person thinks a lot about like your direction or like the way you took lead in bed. But if it's not in that, I feel like with the Ace of Swords here, I feel like I'm being suppressed here. Like the fact that he's being held down on the bed. I feel like there's something, again, like I want to speak, but I can't say things. It seems also like forbidden fruit again as well too. You could be something that is maybe off limits or to them a temptation. But you are that juicy peach though, 100%. You know, look at the way she's handling him in bed. Like, I don't know that this person's ever felt that before. Now, if they haven't experienced you sexually, they want to. So I feel like with the Ace of Swords, they're trying to get some sort of mental clarity about this situation. But there's like a blockage somehow, a blockage. I feel like with the Ace of Swords too, like this sword right here, I feel like this person has an erect, like penis, like always for you. Like it's constantly erect. Like, so if this person, you know, it works both ways, whether they experienced you or whether they did not experience you sexually, I feel like this person constantly thinks about being in bed with you. You are an erotic fantasy. So I mean, this reading couldn't apply to you anymore than it already does. This person wants to experience what it's like in bed with you. And if they've had you already, they want to keep experience. I feel like sky's the limit here, really, when it comes to like their mind with respect to you. It's like sky's the limit with her, 100. So we have the World card here. I think, okay, so for me, honestly, as a reader, when I see the World card pop up, I feel like this person is, I mean, he's watching her. He's also watching her online. So I feel like this person thinks about communicating through online. Now, if they don't have your social media, I think they're currently looking for you. So they want to kind of reach out, let you know their feelings, or if they're hiding, they're watching. You see how he's watching her? He can easily access her, but I don't know why he's not coming towards her. He's just watching her. And she's kind of like on the profile pic, right? So I don't know, you're driving this person crazy with your photos. And I'm not saying that you're naked on them. You could be fully clothed, but I'm just saying though, like you're driving them nuts even online. So this person's not doing themselves any favors if they are watching. And I don't know, again, if there's something along the lines that happened where you kind of cut the person off, or you kind of disassociated yourself, or, they hurt you, you let them know how you felt, and you were kind of like, I'm done, or they're on blocked mode. This person's obsessed. That's what I'm trying to say. Person's obsessed. So much so that they're trying to find you online. Oh, goodness. So I feel like with this one, we have a lot of regret, a lot of sadness for how things went down. But I feel like I don't really envy this person because they have an erect, like penis with you, like always. So it's like the torture of the worst magnitude, honestly, with this. And that will F you up. If you're a temptation and you're a forbidden fruit, that will F you up. I'm telling you, it will. It will F you up. Especially if things were not said or there was no closure. And you could be a very beautiful person in their mind. Like, they just have to have you. They want to, like, physically have you, like, any way they want. And it could be even rough. I'm seeing romance novels. When you read those romance, I don't read them anymore, but I remember when I used to read them, everything was like throw you up against the wall, like just penetrate you, like just hard, like it's like I haven't seen you in so long. I just have to have you. I have to bite you. I have to eat you. Like all these things is what I'm feeling here. So this person is like not doing too well, Okay, so let's see what else needs to be, like, let's see for pile 1, what wants to come forth from these to give them some sort of clarity as to kind of what's going on. So this won't be a message from the person. This will just be a message from the cards for you regarding this person. Forbidden fruit should be like named, like should be labeled. Pile 1 should be the forbidden fruit. And you could also have the dream catcher there because you're experiencing a lot of like messages within dream state. Maybe this person, like you just like can't stop them from infiltrating your dreams. Maybe there's something happening where you are having astral sex and you're like, how did I end up here with this person? One thing you need to know about astral sex is that you have to both be okay with that. So you very much are entertaining that, okay? You're willing to do it. I promise you, astral sex is not something that can just be, especially if I'm talking about if it's someone that you love or you're interested in, you both have to have the say-so with that, okay? Let's find out more with respect to this person, what's going on. Let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. So I don't know if there was aspects of the relationship that, you were trying to control. This is a message for you. It says to like let the person just like not allow the person, but just let it to unfold naturally. You see how she's looking at him? Like, you're such an idiot. Like, why haven't you done better? Like, why didn't you do better with this? Like, you had it all in the palm of your hand and you just screwed it up. It's not up for you to decide. I think this person is dealing with it on their own. I think the universe is showing them. So don't get too caught up in like wanting to kind of, I don't know, somehow give back. Like a tit for tat type of thing, or wonder kind of what's happening to them. They are suffering 100%. And I think it's the universe that's showing them that. Like, you had a good thing. Give us one more. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay, so there you go. This was a match. It was a match somehow. whatever aspect that may be in. Okay, I'm not saying that you're supposed to be together, but there was definitely something there. If you see the cupids, they're like right above these two heads. Like you were put together with this person for a reason. You know, I'm not here to read on that today, but something did transpire between the two of you. You're not nuts. You're not crazy. This was like a real thing, and the person is feeling it. So if you clicked on this reading because you wanted to know if this person was feeling anything, they are. You're not just some random thing that just came along that they, you know, maybe wanted to like knock boots with. No, this is real, okay? And there's a lot of built up energy, and that could be why with the dream catcher, you're maybe sensing it energetically through your dream state. It's coming through, okay? Because maybe they're not saying anything on the surface, but through the astral world or, you know, the astral realm, it's all coming out and you're confused. You don't need to be confused with this. It's real. So that was your reading, pile 1. Let me know what you thought, and thank you so much. Okay, pile 2. So if you chose pile 2, let's get into your reading. Before we do so, a couple things. I am offering private readings. Click the link in the description box. It will take you to where you can book with me. Also, if you'd like to see more readings from me, you know, if once a week is not good enough, or you'd like to see me read on other topics, you can check out my Patreon channel. That will be the second link in the description box. Okay, so let's find out now from these 4 decks what erotic messages want to come through from your person. Let's start with this one because this deck is my favorite. Let's find out. We're going to draw 3 cards. Let's channel a message from your person, an erotic message or a message period, because we just don't know what they want to say. Without any filter, ego, or fear. Their highest self. What would they say to you through this reading if they could? What would they say to you? What would they say to you? We're reading for pile 2. We're going to draw 3. Okay, let's also go with this deck as well too. All links to the reading, the cards that I use will be in the description at the bottom if you're wondering which deck I'm using. Let's draw 3 from here. One, 2. Okay, I'm going to go with another one because that came out together. So you got 4. Okay, let's go very slowly here. I need time. So person wants you to know, your person wants you to know through this reading that if they've been acting, you know, indifferent, if they've been ignoring, or if they've been acting like not the way you need them to, it's because they need time. Let's find out why. Let's find out a little bit more here. Please forgive me. Person is asking for forgiveness through this reading. They did something. They did something. I don't know if they maybe kind of like took off for a bit, and that's why they needed time. I don't know if that's why that's coming forth, or if they're currently in separation from you right now, they're asking you to forgive them. And that's their highest self. That's not the them that you met, okay? That's their highest self. There could be reasons for this separation. Let's see. I want to work things out. I feel like this person did some sort of a disappearing act, or did not act properly with you. They want you to know that they want to work things out, but there's something of a time problem here. So if this is resonating with you that there was a separation, or if you're currently in separation right now, or if you're wondering why this person is not acting right, it's because they need time. Now, through the reading, we can probably find out a little bit more, but there's definitely a reason for this, and I feel like they're going through something. But they want you to forgive them. It's not intentional somehow. That's what I feel like. I love you unconditionally. Oh, wow. This is like a type of connection that is pretty high for someone to say that, you know, because I'll tell you, most relationships are conditional. You know, if you don't do this, I'm not going to be happy with you. If you don't do that, I'm not going to be happy with this person. Loves you no matter what. So this could be a high level soulmate that you met, or someone that, you know, the moment you met them, you just felt like love for them. It was like at first glance. And it could be that they feel this way about you too, because you would have to. You would have to. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I lost myself for a little while. Exactly. So this could also talk about maybe somebody who's trying to get back with you. There could be some people here who maybe it's going to happen for them soon, where the person will try to come back and you're getting a message a little bit ahead of the curve. Or this could be someone who's currently trying to get you back, but because of the way that they behaved, they're not maybe getting anywhere with this. So that's why this is coming out. You know, everybody is guided to readings for a reason. You're not going to just watch a reading for no reason or get a message that resonates for no reason. The universe is too, you know, smart for this. Okay. So, this person, you're on their mind so much so that they stay awake, but they want you to know that they lost themselves for a little while. So this could also be a cheating situation as well. I lost myself for a little while, because when we do cheat, especially on somebody that we love unconditionally, you would have to lose yourself a bit. And that could even be like the devil, honestly, coming through to kind of interfere with these types of relationships. Guys, nothing is black and white, okay? Everything is gray. I'm not saying that the person should have done it or, you know, to forgive them, but I feel like that with this. I lost myself. Like the person was lost when they did whatever they did to you. We both know I am not the one for you. Okay. So I feel like this person has some sort of thoughts lingering in their mind, even though they want to work things out with you, that they don't deserve you. I'm hearing like you could do so much better than me. I feel like they also think to some degree, like, why did I even have this connection with her? Like, she's so much better than me. She's so much better than me, or he is so much better than me. Just apply it to your situation. I have mostly females watching. But, you know, if you're a man, just apply it to you. I just feel like there's something that stirs in the back of this person's head. Like, why did I have this connection? Like, I'm not even that great, you know, and she's all that. And that could be why they lost themselves. They could have, you know, people kind of do that sometimes when they are not, when they're trying to figure out what's going on, they numb themselves with other things. So I feel like there's some sort of like weird codependencies here, or some sort of addictions within this person that need to be worked out. And that's maybe why they're asking for time. Maybe that's why they need time. Maybe that's why the universe is not even putting you with this person, okay? Because they're not in a right mindset to even be with you. But they do love you unconditionally, 100%. And that means no matter what you do, okay? So whether you're with somebody else, whether you go and be with somebody else, whether time passes, you know, forever and ever in the end of time, I will love you unconditionally. Let's find out like with these cards. This one's could provide more sexual, maybe sexual messages, but let's just see what the erotic messages that come forth through this. Let's see here. What does this person want to say to pile 2? You got the envelope too as well. You picked that image. That could be, you know, that is to taking time. This whole thing is taking time, because in this day and age, to see an envelope, you know, we don't communicate that way. We communicate in a lot faster way. We can just send an email. We can send a text. I feel like you've been waiting for this person, either to smarten up, change, or maybe to hear from them, honestly. Could be like that as well too with the envelope. Okay, let's pick 3 from this pile. What does this person want to say to pile 2 without any filter, fear, or ego? Ace of Cups. There's love here. I really love you. I really do. You are almost like even like a new beginning. Now I'm channeling through the person. So if you're wondering what I'm doing here, this is like if I was the person. You were like a new beginning, a new start for me. Everything was so fresh. It was so innocent. It was real though. Like whatever we experienced, no matter what happened, it was real. And I love you. I really love you. And it's kind of sad in a way, because with the Ace of Cups, you presented almost like a new beginning for me. And I didn't act on it. That's what I feel like here. The devil. Didn't I just say the devil? Did I not just say the devil here? I think the devil was at play here in your relationship. And what do I mean by that? There's a lot of energy here on earth still that prevents people from being with, the person that they are supposed to be with or that they love. And I think the devil also talks here about fear. I think this person got wrapped up in devil energy, which is fear of you, fear of the connection. Maybe this person even has, to some degree, some sort of like addictions, because he's holding his penis in his hand, okay? So I don't know if this person also too is like still on those lower vibrations of casual sex, because it can mean that as well too. I don't care even if it's a man. When a man awakens to his highest true potential, he will no longer care about one night stands or just getting it in. He will not, those things will flush away. Okay. So I feel like here the devil's at play, but this also inhibits this person. Okay. He has not dispersed himself of the devil. So he's still carrying on, like probably like a blithering fool, or making really, terrible decisions. Now, the devil also here talks about obsession. This person, regardless of what I just said, as well, on top, added, bonus here. This person is quite obsessed, but I don't know that it's in the most healthiest way for you, okay? This person could be so obsessed with you to a degree that's unhealthy that causes them to make stupid choices. I think they're not seeing you in the best light, as far as, I shouldn't say the best light, but in the correct light, that they have you on this pedestal inside their mind that it's triggering all of their problems within them, okay? It's triggering, so, you're great, you're awesome, blah, blah, I'm shit, stuff like that, okay? But that is freaky how the devil came out. Look how many cards there are. Look how many cards there are. How did that happen? And I mentioned it here. I felt that energy in the pile, that the devil was present. Three of Cups. So I don't know if this is a third party situation, but I feel like this person is very heavily sexually charged. And I feel like here with the Three of Cups, if you look at it in other decks, it's like the group of harems in a row, toasting their cups of Patron. This person's not, I feel like this person's completely sexually charged. They're not ready. They're not ready for what you bring to the table. I think they're still in lower vibrations. And if it is a masculine that you are inquiring about today, this person, their libido or, they haven't evolved past that, okay? So I think this person is very heavily sexually charged, but they also want you to know that you are like, you're like the top of it, at the top of the like chain here, okay? When it comes to like feeling sexually sexually charged. This guy is just grabbing her up like he just wants to have her. And I think nobody else can compare to you. So I think this person also with the devil energy and the Three of Cups somehow tries to numb whatever they feel for you through sexual relationships with other people. But they can't do that forever. They cannot do that forever. That's what I feel like. Because the difference is that you're the one they love with the Ace of Cups. So they can continue to do this, but it's just going to be something that makes them forget about you for, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then there you are back again in their mind, because with the Ace of Cups, you're the one they love unconditionally. When you love somebody unconditionally, that is like actually the biggest threat to anything. So let's say you have a man who is dabbling with 4 or 5 girls, but he loves one unconditionally. Those other girls cannot compete no matter what they do. Because when you love somebody unconditionally, that is like the highest vibration or feeling that you could feel for somebody. And it's rare. It's so rare. Because again, in a world full of conditions, that's how we are with people, okay? Oh, even friendships, lovers, you don't do this, I don't want to be with you. You don't do that, I don't want to be with you. Oh, you're not treating me right, I don't want to be with you. But when you love somebody, no matter what they do, that is so dangerous, okay? To others, even to yourself. So if you feel that way about somebody else, Nobody else will compare. I'm telling you, there is people I love unconditionally, and nobody can compare to that person. Okay. What does a pile 2 need to be aware of when it comes to this person? What do they need to be aware of when it comes to this person? Now, this is not a message from the person. This is a message for you from the cards. What do you need to be aware of with this person when it comes to them? You deserve love. You are lovable. So please don't take whatever this person's doing and misconstrue it, you know, and take it like so inwardly that you start to question your existence, or whether you are lovable, or whether you are right, or whether you can like find somebody. Regardless of what I said here, you know, no one is your lost bus ever. Okay. So as long as you're here and you're breathing, you have opportunity and love. So just please understand that you are lovable. You're actually awesome and amazing. Okay. And the fact that, you know, this person could feel like that towards you should prove that as well too. Because I feel like this person could have been a very hard person to kind of pin down or nail down, and you were the one that did that to them. Okay. But you are lovable. So don't take like, you know, whatever this person does and put it towards you. Okay. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. One more for pile 2. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. There needs to be a lot of forgiving and learning. This is a learning experience, 100%. Everything is a learning, okay, a curve or experience. We don't just meet people for no reason, especially not something to this magnitude, okay? So forgive yourself, forgive them. I know that could be hard. I mean, he's asking for forgiveness, or whoever this person is that you picked this for is asking for forgiveness, and learn. Just learn going forward of, you know, what you'll accept, what you'll tolerate. You know, next time you meet somebody, look for flags, you know. But this is a learning curve, like, and this was supposed to teach you something. You know, I can't tell you that as the person reading for you. You know, every life and journey is tailored to like their own. So, you know, you'll have to interpret it for yourself. But you don't need to let this hang you up. Okay. So if you're suffering over this, you know, person, don't let that happen. You know, you're only going to be, you know, drinking the poison yourself. And you don't need to do that. Okay. This person has growing on their end to do. You know, whether they fix themselves has nothing to do with you. So this was your reading, pile 2. Let me know what you thought, and thank you so much. Okay, pile 3. So if you chose this image, this is your reading. Before we get into it, a couple things. If you'd like to book a reading with me, check the link in the description box. It's the first one. It will take you to where you can book with me. Also, too, if you want to see more readings from me, if you like to, you know, if you love my readings and you want to see them more than once a week, check out my Patreon channel. I do read on different topics, and I read more often there. So if you'd like to, you can join. But for now, like, let's get into your reading and find out what is this person's erotic message, or what do they want to say to you. Okay, so we're going to start with this deck. This is my favorite. Let's start with this one. Let's find out what pile 3's person wants to say to them. If they could say anything without any filter, without any ego, and without any fear, from their highest self, what would they tell pile 3? 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 We're going to draw 3. 1. Okay, next deck. We'll draw 3 from here as well too. What is pile 3? What is a person that pile 3 is watching for want to say to them? If they had no filter, no ego, and no fear from their highest self, what would they convey through this reading to the person who is watching? Oh, you got 2. 2, 3. Okay, so let's go very slowly. These other decks will reveal more. This one will reveal more sexually, but let's just go very slow. One-sided relationship. So this can go both ways. This person could be trying to tell you through this reading that either it was a one-sided relationship on their end, they didn't feel like there was much energy coming forth from you, or they're aware that it was a one-sided relationship, that they're not providing enough for maybe even this to culminate or, you know, take off or pan out. This is something that they're aware of. So one-sided relationship, I feel like one person was doing all the work. And I don't know if that's through communication, through actions, not sure. Okay, but let's keep going because the more cards we draw is the more we'll reveal. I abandon people to make myself feel important. I feel like we have a little bit of like, as we're going here, a person who is very in their ego and maybe even a little cocky, okay? So the person wants you to know that the reason why they may not fulfill certain relationships, or maybe why they're flighty or flaky, something along those lines, is because they do it to make them feel self-important. So this is not really good. This makes me feel like someone who maybe even might be doing this on purpose, okay? So maybe make somebody fall in love and then take off, or I don't know. This could be a ghosting situation because abandon is a big deal, okay? When we see the word abandoned, that's like, you know, the person's reeling from it. So I'm not sure if you're on separation terms right now. If you are in separation, sorry. Or if this person is very flaky, but they want you to know that they're doing this so that they feel important, which then leads to some sort of issue within themselves. So maybe this person, when they were a kid, were abandoned, or they have abandoned issues. So in order for them not to get hurt, they do it to others. Nothing to do with you though, okay? So let's just keep going. We can find out more. I find you incredibly attractive. So this person wants you to know that you're hot, you're sexy, you're everything. Incredibly is a big word. It's a key word here. You know, I find you attractive is one thing, but incredibly, it's like, I feel like this person, their pheromones, or is that even a word for both men and women? I'm not sure, but the testosterone, if it's a man you're inquiring about, it's like always on for you. You're very attractive, and this could be physically or even, you know, the way you are, you know, your personality, but I feel like this is more physically, okay? Let's see, let's kind of find out more now. We have two here. I can't stop thinking about you and I'm not available. Is this a person who is taken? This could be for one person watching. You could be dealing with a person who has somebody right now. Or they could be, I'm not available, as in like they have a do not disturb thing on their, you know, energy field. And that could be like they've put you on block, or they're not responding to messages. That doesn't have to be that there's a third party. It could be for some, because remember, thousands of people are going to watch this, but it could also mean that, you know, energetically, I'm not available. And I don't know why. You know, we'll be able to find out more. But yeah, this is like very difficult, I feel like, with this pile. I feel like you're in a tricky situation. And it could be like torture. Maybe you're dealing with a very difficult person. I don't know. But why they're staying away, I'm not sure. But it's like, I can't stop thinking about you. Let's see what else reveals itself. We will be together again. Okay. So the person wants you to know that it's going to happen. I'm not saying that you're going to, you know, be there ready and willing. But this could be why the phone. You picked the phone. Maybe there's going to be some sort of like reaching out. That symbolically is what that's there for. So if you were gravitated towards the phone, you could literally be receiving news from them soon. Now, when I did this reading before, there were several people who commented in the comment section that they had received a text during the reading, which was really freaky, or shortly after they got messages from them, or communication, okay? I love you. Wow. This is a lot here to take in. So now it's not just a booty call, okay? Because I find you incredibly attractive, can be. But if we're saying I love you, there's feelings here. So I think the I am not available is very, very significant here. Either the person's put you on block, or their energetic field is shut down when it comes to you, or they're in a third party relationship, okay? Something along those lines. Now let's see what we can reveal sexually here. What does a pile 3's person want them to know through this reading? Without any fear, ego, filter? What do they want them to know? What erotic messages or messages, period, do they want them to know through this reading? What do they want to convey to the person? Let's pick 3. The Wheel. Oh, wow. I think there's going to be some communication. I feel like there's 3 women on this pile. I'm not sure if this is like third party. This could be symbolic for this. This could also be for maybe even women who are watching who are gay. This could be, you're watching for another woman and there's three women in the mix, okay? If it's not that, what goes up must come down. But what's interesting is that the wheel is a 10. It's a 10 in tarot. So it's kind of interesting that they're saying we will be together again. I think there's something of a surprise coming soon with this person that you might not be like really ready for or like really can see right now. Because with the wheel, it's like what goes up must come down, or even what goes down must come up. It's a wheel for a reason. So whether this relationship has crashed and burned, it has to come back up again. So I think there's something of like a surprise here coming. And I don't know if that's why this is also so tied to the phone, okay? I think there's going to be communication coming forward. But with the wheel too, let me just look at this card. This person, I feel like this person looks at you like a rare beauty, and you could be like inhibiting all these 3 people to them, but like it's like you're so stunning, like you're stunningly beautiful, like, and the whole like meeting of you was just so like it felt like a destiny or like something that just felt like a Wheel of Fortune moment. Like I wasn't prepared, I wasn't ready, you came in hot, and maybe you even came in for some people out there when this person was someone else. Maybe even several other people, okay? This person could be, dabbling a lot, with this type of energy. So there's something like very strange here. I think there's going to be something that's very surprising that happens very soon with the wheel. The Sun. Oh my God, look at this. Can you see? You are, okay, I feel like this person thinks about making out with you more than anything. Making out, it's very romantic. The sun is in the background. Your energy is everything. I mean, the sun is illuminating these folks here, okay? These folks sitting here, and they feel almost like replenished. Like your energy is very, okay. If some of you have met someone who you've had some very intense connection with, that could be why the sun is coming here. The intensity of the connection is what maybe pulls this person away from you, drives the person away from you. Maybe they can't only handle it in increments. There could be something of like you making this person very nervous, or they've never felt anything like this before. I think this person has dealt with a lot of like, I don't want to, what do I want to say? Like, I don't want to say toads, but like people who have like not really stirred them that much. It's just like, people to kill time with. You, on the other hand, came in like the sun, like your energy is everything. But I also get very nervous because with you, it's so intense and I feel all these feelings and I actually love you, that I'm scared. Like I have to handle you in increments or I push you away because I don't know what to do with it. I've never handled this before. I don't think this person has felt love before from another person until they met you. Whatever you gave them, whether that be like, really interesting eye contact or, you actually gave them love and you were like there over and over again for them. They've never experienced that before. And I think it scares them. I think that's why they abandoned you, if they have, okay? 5 of Pentacles. Look at that. The guy is making out with her again. Like he just wants to make out with you so badly. He wants to serenade you. He wants to be romantic, but he hasn't picked up that guitar. It's sitting behind him. He wants to, but there's some sort of chaos here. 5s are chaos in the tarot. This also can represent poverty, like poverty-stricken, like in the mind or the body or energy. I think this person is dealing with a lot. And maybe like whatever they want to, come towards you with, it's not good enough. And they know they have to step up. Like you're coming across in all these cards as a really beautiful entity, okay? A beautiful entity There's nothing raunchy about the photos of the women here. They know they have to step up. They know they can't do what they've done with everybody else with you. Has to be different. That's probably why he brought his guitar there. Or was that, a ukulele? I don't know. But he knows he has to be romantic. It's not just like some, sex thing here. Okay? I need to kind of be different. I need to come out of like my poverty stricken belief system or the way I was raised. Like, you triggered them, like you caused a 5, okay, which is chaos. You've triggered this person, and it has a lot to do with like things they didn't want to deal with. So I think that's why they're dealing with them right now, and that's why they maybe abandon you, or they're like, I'm not available because I'm maybe confused. 5 energy is very confusing for the person, but you have affected them. You have. And I want you to know, like, the cards don't have to say these things. These cards here, they have fling in there. They have all kinds of cards, but you did not get that. I just think this person's not ready. One-sided relationship, they're not able to give you what you need. You are like a beautiful soul, like someone who needs love on a real level. If you can't bring it, naturally to me or authentically, don't bring it at all. So maybe your energy even kind of, somehow created this as well too. The universe will protect you from people who can't give you what you need. If you don't need to learn a message, okay? If you need to learn something, then, you'll experience the karmics. But this person, I feel like, is being kept away from you on purpose. But the feelings haven't left. Now let's find out from this deck, because this deck is not a message from the person, but this deck will give you some sort of insight on, how you can better cope with this, okay? So let's find out here. What does pile 3 need to be aware of with respect to this person? What do they need to know? Like, can we give them any kind of clarity on the situation? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, and it was felt on both ends. So there's a lot of chemistry within this relationship. Like, you two are like a match, honestly, in biology, chemistry. It was like off the Richter, and I get it, What you experienced was intense, but what they experienced with you was intense too, and I think it scared them. It really scared them. Give me one more. Give me one more. One more for pile 3. What do they need to be aware of when it comes to this relationship or this situation? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I think by releasing them, you'll attract them back, okay? Now, I know your pile wasn't that erotic, but other piles were. This is why we have the 18 plus. So I just want you to understand that if you didn't get any that you consider erotic, sometimes the cards take, a direction of their own. But this, I feel like, is an ex to you, and you need to release the person. By releasing them, I think, and letting go and letting God, you might end up attracting them back. I think there's a lot of like feelings here that are, haven't been absolved on both ends. But I think for your protection and for your happiness, you need to release the person. This person needs to be released so that they can go do the work somehow. Whether they do the work or not, I don't know. But that's just like, you need to know that the person's still thinking about you. They love you. You got a lot of great messages here. It's just, I feel like they're not right. Okay. They're not right. They have a lot of, soul searching to do with respect to them and how they can kind of like even be available there for somebody who, really does love them or have this great, connection. Okay. So this was your reading, pile 3. Let me know what you thought, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, so pile 4. So if you chose this image, let's get into your reading. But before we do so, a couple things. I am offering private readings. Check the link in the description box. It's the first one. It will take you right to the page so that you can book. Also, if you'd like to see more readings from me, if you think that, once a week is not enough for you and you want to see more, I do offer different types of readings as well too there. Join my Patreon. It's the second link in the description box. So let's get to your reading. Let's start with these ones. So we're going to draw 3. Let's channel your person through this reading. Let's find out, you know, what they want to say to you. Let's channel a message from them, their higher self, or them, without any fear, ego, filter. What would they say to you if they could? What would they say to you if they could through this reading? Let's draw 3. What would they say to you if they could? One, 2, 3. Okay, let's go with these ones. What would the person who pile 4 is inquiring about, what would they say to them if they could, without any fear, ego, or filter? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go very slowly here. I wish I could take it back. I feel like this person is, you know, very aware of something that they did that may have, like, maybe, I don't know, ended something or hurt you. They want to take it back. They wish they could. Interesting how we're having a lot of apologies throughout this reading. So I think the people that you're inquiring about, who mainly, you know, who clicked on this video, they've all done something, you know, really bad, long distance. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if this is a separation. I don't know if this is a long distance relationship. That could be for one person watching to give them some sort of validity that this is their pile. It could be a long distance relationship online, but I feel like this is here for a reason. Absolutely. Now, if that doesn't apply to you, don't knock the whole reading. We're still moving here. Okay. So I dive in and out of relationships. So this person, I feel like, wants you to know that it's very clear. I dive in and out of relationships. I don't know what that stems from. You know, we'll have to read further, but I feel like this person could be commitment phobic along those lines, or not know what they want. But I feel like this is very important to somebody out there. I dive in and out of relationships, and this could be with all relationships, you know, family relationships, friendships. I feel like I'm seeing a person moving and they're just not standing still. Let's see what else. I feel you even though we are apart. Okay, so there could be a majority of people here who have chosen this pile who is not in communication with the person. Now, it's interesting that you got I feel you even though we are apart, because the image that you chose is very much geared towards the third eye. The third eye can also be talking about as well as what we feel energetically. You know, it's almost like, you know, the person is around, but we can't see them, but we're feeling them and seeing them through our third eye. So this person, I feel like, does, even though maybe it's some degree over or it didn't pan out or you're not on speaking terms right now, still feels you. And it could be a little freaky for the person, I would say. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Like, you know, I know everybody who has that feels freaked out. It's almost like a haunting. It's time for me to heal now. I don't know what happened here. This looks intense. The person's trying to heal, though, from what happened. Now, I don't know who did what or what did what, or, you know, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. Holy moly. Something took place between you guys that was very, very important and very, very intense. If you're, you know, watching this and you just felt like you're, you know, reading this for a fling, I don't know, maybe choose a different pile, because this is something very important that took place between two people here, okay? This is from their higher self. This may not be them right now, you know, like consciously, but whatever took place between you was a spiritual lesson. And pay attention to that, because if you're not seeing that on your end, you would need to really, really take a step back and look at that, because these types of relationships, when you experience them, there's always a lesson in them. And the spiritual lesson could also be to catapult you further, okay? So this could be twin flame, I'm not sure, or something that feels like that, a high-level soulmate. But whatever took place between you was, I feel like, very, very deep. Like, not just, you know, light, like extremely deep. Like, for someone to say that they're healing right now, wow. It was intense. This is intense for me. I can't pinpoint what it is because there's thousands of people watching, But whatever had happened was like extreme. Like I feel like people are suffering. The both of you are suffering. There was a period of suffering over this, what took place. And it could be like we're not still healed yet. Okay. Now let's get into these cards. These cards will reveal further, maybe sexually, what they're feeling. Let's just kind of go slow here though. Let's pick 3 cards for pile 4. Oh goodness, I'm a terrible shuffler. Terrible. What erotic messages want to come forth from pile 4? And I'm going to say this because I see this card. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. This is a spiritual relationship. This is not just a fling or someone you thought was cute. You know, it could be a soulmate as well too. But let me tell you, when you see spiritual lesson, there's something here along the lines that was set up by your higher self. So if you felt a very intense connection to this person or something that was paranormal around it, it's because it's spiritual, you know? This is not about riding off into the sunset. This was here and came in to kind of move you or teach you something intensely. Give us more. What does pile 4? What does poor pile 4 want to convey to their person watching through this reading? One, 2, 3. 6 of Cups. This was like past life love. This was past life love. And I feel like this is actually quite sad because I feel like the both of you are reeling from what happened. And she doesn't look very happy. Like she's reminiscing big time. Like she's nostalgic about it. And it's kind of sad. So she's looking in a mirror, which could be her memories of time she spent with somebody or the most amazing connection she ever felt with somebody. And she's not really happy about it. She's sad. So that could be that you don't have them. You don't have them in your life right now. This person feels the same exact way though. They think about every little thing that happened. I'm just looking. There's 2 doves here too as well. It's the connection. Look at the connection here. I don't know how much you can see, sorry, guys. But you see those 2 doves? This was a very powerful meeting. A very powerful meeting. And I felt like I knew you. And I'm channeling from the person right now. I felt like I knew you. Like at first glance, I didn't understand. I didn't know how. But I just like, I fell in love right away. I felt like I knew you right away. But I couldn't figure out how or from where. And that's like my mind trying to take control when it's just my soul. My soul knows, but my mind can't, you know, understand. Page of Wands. This feels very sad to me. It's like someone who wants to come closer, but what does this say? Oh, I have to draw one more. That was actually the top of the deck. So you get one more actually, one more. That was the wrong, that was just the face of the tarot. Okay, let's draw one more for pile 4. Oh, this person wants nothing more to have sexual relationships with you. 4 of Wands, and it's like, look at what they're doing. I mean, seriously? Look at the way he's grabbing her. Look at the way he has her. It's like, I feel like it's insatiable. It's like something where I just need to do this, you know? I'm going to say another thing as well, too, with the Page of Wands and the 4 of Wands. There could be a lot of like, okay, when this person may be with other people thinking that it's you, or there could be a lot of masturbation here, 100%. Because what tells me that is the Wands energy. Wands energies can be very sexual in nature, but I feel like it's like something I can't control. And with the Page, I feel like this person wants nothing more than to tell you what you do to them. 4 of Wands is also union as well, so it could be the sexual union itself. They want to have sexual union with you. It's almost, look at his face, it's something he can't bear. And she's actually facing the different way. And one thing you need to know about these types of relationships, when you are with them sexually, it's usually face to face. The lower type vibration relationships we tend to not want to look at their face. We have them facing the other way. I don't know how much you know about this or if I'm explaining myself properly, but this is what I've found. When it comes to like really high level, like falling in love type connections, it's always face to face. You want to see the person's face. You want to look in their eyes. This guy has the girl facing the other way. So I think he's being with other women, or whoever you chose this for is being with other people and envisioning it you, because his eyes are back, his head's back, and I feel like he's secretly thinking about you with the Page of Wands. Wow. Lot of thinking here. Lot of thinking. Six of Cups, Page of Wands, Four of Wands. This is a lot of like reminiscing. And I think it's uncontrollable. So I think the person is doing things to themselves. Because maybe they can't have you. Or there's some sort of long distance between you two. I'm not sure what this is. Let's read from this deck. This deck is going to be for you. This is not going to be a message from the person. It's just going to be to give you some sort of clarity or understanding with respect to this relationship, what you need to know about it, maybe to help you kind of move on or help you understand it. Okay, so let's pick for pile 4. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I think there could be some people here who don't know this person very well. It was a very intense relationship, but we didn't know each other. And that could be maybe why this person wants to experience you sexually, is because they haven't had you yet. But that could be for a set of people here. So just hold on. We're drawing one more that may relate to you. But I feel here we need to know each other better. I think this was something that was very short-lived. Feels like that to me. Because mostly these high-level soulmates, or these, interactions we have where they come in and they're spiritual, we don't really get to know them that often, do we? It's usually some very short-lived thing that ever gets to jump off, something along those lines. But it says getting to know each other. I think there needs to be more of a getting to know. I think that's maybe what happened here. Maybe that's why, because we didn't know each other that well. Or we didn't maybe even talk or explain or communicate with each other. Maybe that's why this kind of happened the way it did, because we didn't know enough. I don't know. I feel like someone got scared and ran off or something along those lines. I don't know. Okay, give me more for pile 4. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, so this could be with relation to this. This could be a relationship that's not over yet. Okay. And it's worth it. I'm not saying, if someone asks you on a date, don't go. I'm not saying hold up your life. No. Okay. But I'm just saying though, this is not something like, if you're wondering if the other person's feeling anything, they are, but there's something of maybe like a comeback here, or you're connected and it's worth waiting for. So if you feel like time is passing and nothing's happening, don't focus on that, okay? Because it's worth it. It's going to be worth it in the end, whatever that may be, okay? I'm not here to read on that, but whatever that may be, it's going to be worth it, whatever this was. So that was your reading, pile 4. Let me know what you thought, and thank you so much for watching.